stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good day. So, one second. Sorry about that. All right, so I made a couple of changes. Number one was the sound. So hopefully the sound should be a little bit better. I'm working on the camera stuff. And then, of course, I had my green screen stuff. So hopefully the sound is okay. If it's not, please let me know. Or if it's too loud. Because I put some gain in it to give me that tinny sound, not tinny growth. So, all right, if you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching the actual live or the rewatch. Feel free to make any comments. If I say something you like, you can give me a thumbs up, that sort of thing. But feel free to interact, be a part of. So I'm going to start out of one day at a time today. Today is January, February, March, April, April 19th. So not used to this camera way yet. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay out here too. I don't like it that it cuts out a little bit. Okay. April 19th. Reflection for the day. Let's get rid of that. As we continue to make these vital choices and so move toward these high aspirations, our sanity returns and the compulsion of our former addiction vanishes. We learn in the words of the Plutarch, I know I'm not even close to that, that a pleasant, happy life does not come from external things. Man draws from within himself, as from a spring, pleasures and joy. Am I learning to travel first class inside? So, are you treating yourself nice enough? We do get to a point where we, sanity does return, and we're allowed to start using our brains again. And they talk about the proper use of the will. The grace of God has shown me how to be happy again. May the wisdom of God teach me that the source of that happiness is within me. In my new values, my new sense of self-worth, my new and open communication with my higher power. Today I'll remember happiness comes from within. And it can't really come from, I understand. Good morning, Gary. Good to see you. I can certainly understand that people might do things that make us happy, okay? But it's kind of like money. Money doesn't make me happy, but it makes me happier, okay? And it's about utilizing that. It certainly isn't a priority. Well, it is today, but that's because of business. So they're talking about self-worth there, self. 100 forms of self, all different kinds of forms. All right, brothers and sisters in our defects. We recovered alcoholics are not so much brothers in virtue as much as we are brothers in our defects and in our common strivings to overcome them. So the camaraderie really doesn't necessarily come from all the happy stuff that we go through, but the harder stuff that we go through. So have you ever noticed if you go through something tough with somebody, you become a lot closer? And that's on As Bill Sees It, page 167. Progress rather than perfection. On studying the 12 steps, many of us exclaimed, "What an order, I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We're not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. I kind of go over this a little bit with a little comb here. So, on studying the 12 steps, many of us exclaimed, "What an order, I can't go through with it." Don't worry about it. It's a step at a time. You'll get through it. It's not as big as you think it is. We tend to make things a little bit bigger than they actually are. Mountains out of molehills, right? So don't what if yourself to death on this. Just focus on the step you're on right now. Okay? In the beginning, I was told that my only job was to breathe in and out and go to meetings. That was my job. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. Okay? You're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. It's not possible. No, God's the only one that's perfect. And even then, I don't even know that. I don't know. As close to perfection as you can be, I guess. The point is that we were willing to grow along spiritual lines. All right, great line. Willingness. Again, not in action. All right. So, oh, I'm willing. See how I did nothing? But the thing is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The question is, are you willing to go to any length? That's the question here. Are you willing to do anything? Are you willing to do what you did for your drug or your alcohol or your food? Remember all the shit that you did to get it? Are you willing to do half of that for your sobriety, for your recovery? If not, you might want to take another look at that. You might want to go back to step one and take a look at the unmanageability. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. It is a guide. That means that every single one of us is different. That means your journey is going to be different from other people. That's why it's so important that we speak at meetings. And that, to let other people know what we did to get there. Okay? Because we all have different opinions in the way that it might work for us. Like the 9th step promises. It says that we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. Some people think it's halfway through the steps. Some people think it's halfway through the 9th step. It's all up to you, man, on what you want from the program and what you're going to get from it. I'm not a big... I wish they would have left or reworded this because I think it confuses people. Maybe not confused. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. So whenever that comes up, what I do is I hear people talk about how they're not spiritually perfect, right? About how that's God and, okay? But that's not what it said. What are you doing to claim spiritual progress? It says that we claim spiritual progress. Take the rest out. We know, you're not perfect. Just take the rest of that line out. Now what does it say? We claim spiritual progress. That's the part people tend to forget to do. Oh, well, I don't want to do that. That's God. No. You still did some of the work. Good job, Dion. Good job. There, you're done. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. Just don't break your arm doing it. It takes more steps to ruin your life than it does to save or change. Yeah, there you go. Guys, that's what I love about having different kinds of people on here. Because, see, Gary kind of comes from like a little bit of a different program. But he says the same stuff, just in a different way. That's how we learn, man. So, yes, claim your spiritual progress. Claim it. We recovered alcoholics are not so much brothers in virtue as we are in brothers of defects and in our common strivings to overcome them. Why is it always bad things? Did you know you can get the same effect from good things? Kinda. No, you can't. That's not true. That's not right. Right. The identification that one alcoholic has with another is mysterious, spiritual, almost incomprehensible. But it is there. I feel it. Today I feel that I can help people and that they can help me. That sounds like a pretty good deal. I help other people, they help me. If you have not seen the movie Pay It Forward, I highly recommend it. Grab tissue. Okay, but what we do here is the ultimate pay it forward. That's what AA is all about. One person gave it to me, now I'm passing it on. To know their sadness, joy, horror, sorrow, grief. I'm going to add some more good words in there. Happiness, contentment, serenity. To want to share those feelings so that someone can have relief. Do you bring relief into other people's lives? Did you know that you're perfectly capable of doing that? This is how I do it. Hey, you're going through this. You should feel some relief there. Right? You know what I just did? I just gave them permission to feel better. A lot of times I take it. Yeah. You don't have to follow it up with anything. Just walk away knowing you did the right thing. That's it. Pretty simple, huh? And real quick too. Or here's a good one. How are you today? Just call somebody and say, I was just calling to check in on you. Why? Because every time the phone rings, somebody wants something, right? So call somebody, say, hey, I just want to see how you were. Doing all right? I never knew how to do this or how to try. I never even cared. The fellowship of AA and God are teaching me how to care about others and to care about ourselves. I know it starts with you, man. If you don't care about yourself, you're not going to care much about other people. Right? That's why I talk about it being an inside job so much. Because everything that we do, good, bad, or indifferent, starts and ends with us. The choice, here's the options. Are you going to take your daily reprieve that God gave you when you woke up this morning and do something with it? Or are you going to try and take control of your own life? Let's remember when we did that before. I know about me, when I did that before, man, I messed it up. And it was very confusing, a lot of drama. I say it wasn't my forte, man, and that's all right. So I let God handle that stuff now. That's what I do. All right, guys, that's going to be it for Daily Reflection. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Chris, good to see you. Gary, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day.